Winter season is shaping up to challenge facilities like never before. Rising costs, unpredictable weather, and evolving technology are driving a shift in how winter grounds management is handled. We at Facility Maintenance Decisions spoke with Martin Tirado, the Chief Executive Officer of the Snow and Ice Management Association, to get the inside track.
The Simon Foundation does a number of research projects, and we just concluded one that was a profitability study that looked at the costs, the revenue, different types of contracts, a variety of different things on the financial aspects of a snow and ice company. And there's kind of three things that are really driving increasing costs, and that's the cost of people. The labor component, this isn't anything overly surprising. It's increasing in all sectors, but just the to maintain and recruit new people that are willing to work in the field in snow and ice and equipment operators is increasing. There's just more pressure points to have increased compensation. So labor costs are going to be one. Second one is equipment costs. Just the cost of obtaining different types of snow plows, spreaders, having those ready for snow and ice work, and then also for the parts is increasing significantly. And then the third component is insurance costs. Um, I know of our study, 69% of respondents noted that their insurance costs are increasing, and those average to be 6%, just slightly more than 6% per year.
For facilities, that means budgeting carefully and planning ahead to ensure crews and equipment are prepared when the first storm hits.
We used to kind of take a look at and recommend looking at a 3 to 5 year history of weather patterns. Now we're recommending, at least we would, is 10 years. Look back at 10 years of weather pattern history and base averages based on 10 years. There's companies out there that provide pretty sophisticated weather reporting. And I think if you look back at the 10-year period, you'll see almost in almost all locations some pretty high years of snowfall and ice storms, and some that are going to be very low. Some are surprisingly low. And it's having a balance of being prepared, but somewhere in that middle portion of it. Um, and even with that too, it's what we've noticed is um, very rarely are you going to hit right on the middle of what even a 10-year average is. It's going to be somewhat significantly higher or lower, and contractually be prepared for that. So you're going to want to take a look at how your contract is structured with your winter service provider.
Facilities are now planning for extremes, ensuring service providers can handle both blizzards and mild winters.
There are a few that are in existence right now that are very accessible. Some of those I would say are solar powered kind of weather stations, remote weather stations. So on a property, that weather station be powered um, by solar power can take a look at what surface temperatures are, what the air temperatures are at that specific location. Also do some video work, video recording on what the conditions were at that location. Because we know this in winter weather is um, you could be near lake effect snow, for example, and be getting significant snowfall on a couple miles away. Even in the same zip code, there could really be none. So some of these remote weather stations are being implemented quite a bit to kind of better track and allow both the property manager, the facility manager, and then the service provider to really get an idea of what real-time conditions look like.
From remote weather stations to digital tools, technology is helping facilities respond faster, plan smarter, and reduce risk.
We'd recommend that you look at the broader concepts of where there's risks in your property. And those risks can come in a variety of different ways. Certainly public accidents, slip, trip, and falls. Also, even employees who are working on that property, on that building, and take a look at that. There's significant costs of that, and oftentimes, just selecting the lowest cost service provider is going to lead to service failure. We see it all the time every year. You should be looking for service providers that have experience, that have the equipment, materials, and personnel to perform the work adequately. Because we're all, both from the facilities manager and then the service provider, we're looking at kind of the same thing. How do we prevent accidents and risks on this property? And there's going to be costs related to that.
Balancing costs with quality is essential. Experienced service providers are the key to safe, efficient winter operations. Smart planning, reliable partners, and the right technology, facilities can face future winters prepared, safely, and efficiently.